100 years ago, monsters suddenly appeared on Earth. The skies turned dark, and thousands of beasts descended upon us. They were horrifyingly vicious, attacking all of humanity. In their relentless onslaught, countless cities fell. The last survivors retreated to a few remaining fortresses, and in Fortress 54, the emergency alarms blared. A warning constantly rings throughout the fort. Citizens, do not leave and stay away from the 9 mysterious abysses. They appeared suddenly inside the fort. Fall in, and you'll most likely be dropped into the heart of a beast's lair. A poor girl in ragged clothes, tears in her eyes, backs away in fear. You little tramp, Boss Kai wants to have some fun with you. It's your lucky day, and you dare run, a green-haired punk sneered, looking down on the girl. You damn peasant. The only reason a lowlife like you gets to attend the same academy as us is because a noble like Boss Kai is feeling generous. The leader, Wang Kai, cornered her with a wicked grin. Listen up, bitch. I'll give you 2 choices. Let me have my fun right now, or jump into that abyss yourself. Standing at the edge of the terrifying chasm, the girl defiantly cursed him back. You psycho. You assault a student, and then try to silence the witness. I will never help you deceive the goddess Lin. And you won't lay a finger on me, Wang Kai smirked. He'd already pushed another girl, Lin Ling, into this very abyss. You know too much. He seemed to enjoy the memory, smiling cruelly. Oh, but Lin Ling will marry me, all right. I've already thrown her brother in prison. She has no other choice. His face darkened with a disgusting smile. He reached out to grab her. Forget about Lin Ling. Just be a good girl, and let me have all the fun I want. And I might even make an exception and not throw you in. How about it? Terrified, the girl backed away, her heels now at the very edge. She flinched, glancing behind her. Suddenly, his 2 goons heard a strange noise. What was that? A hand slowly crawled over the edge. A ferocious beast with a terrifying face appeared. Wang Kai was so scared he jumped back. A bone-faced beast. Why is a B-rank beast here? The whole group panicked. This was a B-rank fiend, even an awakened one could get killed in an instant. Run. The giant beast lunged for Wang Kai, who immediately grabbed the girl to use as a human shield, trembling as he begged. Don't eat me. The coward shoved her forward to die in his place. You can eat her. Her skin is soft, her meat is tender, way tastier than me. But the monster ignored the girl, leaning in to look right at Wang Kai. It gave him a demonic grin, then sent his head flying with a single punch. Wang Kai's body crumpled to the ground, headless. His 2 goons turned pale and scrambled to escape. It's a killer, run, help, monster. They ran for their lives, glancing back as they fled. Run, just run. But the beast easily caught up, stomping one of them into a bloody pulp. It was a gruesome, bloody mess. It then snatched up the green-haired punk, who was trying to make a call, and crushed him with a grin. Its bloody hand dripping, it turned back to the girl, collapsed on the ground. She closed her eyes and sobbed, trying to comfort herself. It's okay. Dying to a monster is better than being violated by them. But then the beast leaped away without harming her, landing on a nearby skyscraper. The principal slammed his fist on the desk, denting it in a fiery rage. Damn it, how could my son die inside the academy? What kind of security are you running here? 2 teachers immediately dropped to their knees, begging for forgiveness. Sir, our subterranean cameras didn't detect any monsters crawling out of the abyss, one teacher explained helplessly. This bone-faced beast must have infiltrated from outside the grounds. The principal turned, still gritting his teeth in fury. Are you telling me a bone-faced beast just happened to be waiting to ambush my son? What kind of nonsense is that? Those things are mindless killing machines with the IQ of a pigeon. You're just trying to pass the buck, he raged. Fuming, he waved his hand dismissively. I don't care who killed my son, man or beast. They will pay. The 2 bowed their heads and accepted the order. Use everything you have to hunt that beast down. It can't have left the fortress. Find it and kill it. Meanwhile, the bone-faced beast leaped from building to building, heading towards a set of giant stone statues. It turns out, Lin Yuan is the one controlling these bone-faced beasts. As the creature returned, he stood with his arms crossed, looking serious. Number 1, you're covered in blood. You've been targeted. Return to the pet dimension. Lin Yuan held up 2 cards. He recalled the beast. Number 2, you go rest up as well. He grinned, looking at the 2 cards in his hand. Wang Kai, you threw me into prison, so I sent you to hell. I'd say we're even now. You probably never would have guessed, even in your wildest dreams, that the monster that killed you was my pet, huh? In a world overrun by beasts, Lin Yuan commands dozens of powerful monsters. While other ability users desperately fight back, my trump card is a system that lets me control those very monsters. Yes, Lin Yuan was the one who controlled the bone-faced beast to execute the despicable Wang Kai. These so-called monsters that everyone else fears, it are just prey for me to hunt. Lin Yuan stood calmly, arms crossed, and gave a command. Number 3, let's go. On his way back to the prison, he rode atop number 3, deep in thought. A B-rank, bone-faced beast is the strongest monster I've captured, and I got 3 of them. A B-rank bone-faced beast can not only kill ability users, but it can even defeat an early-stage awakened. But in this post-apocalyptic world, that's clearly not enough. Soon enough, number 3 brought Lin Yuan back to the prison. He snapped his fingers, recalling the beast. Lin Yuan looked around frustrated. The most important thing for me right now is to get out of this prison legally. He went inside and casually tossed a card to a terrifying female monster. I'll leave the rest to you. Ren Yu desperately grabbed Lin Ling's arm to stop her. No, you can't debase yourself like this. Lin Ling, looking utterly helpless, replied sadly, let's just think of something else. There's no other way. He's already thrown my brother into Blackwater prison. Only by agreeing to the marriage proposal will Wang Kai spare my brother. Ren Yu felt powerless, unable to help her friend. Is this really the only way? That arrogant bastard Wang Kai is extremely powerful, leaving Lin Ling with no choice but to accept his demands. In this city, the Wang family is a major power. His father is the headmaster, and his older brother is a level 9 ability user. She looked down, tears streaming uncontrollably. No prey has ever escaped his grasp. Marrying him is my only option. I guess. This is just my fate. Suddenly, she saw something that made her gasp. Ren Yu looked ahead, curious. What's going on? Why is there such a huge crowd? What they saw was a memorial hall for that bastard Wang Kai, with people flooding in and out. Ren Yu stared at the memorial portrait in utter disbelief. Wang Kai is dead. How is that even possible? The tyrant who basically ran this entire fortress just suddenly dropped dead. Overjoyed Lin Ling finally broke into a smile, wiping away her tears. It must be karma for all the evil things he's done. He got what he deserved. I'm so incredibly lucky. I have to tell my brother the good news right away. A miracle happened, but Wang Kai's father, the headmaster, saw Lin Ling wiping her tears and got the wrong idea. Oh, are you this heartbroken over my son's death? He nodded with grim satisfaction. It seems my son chose the right person after all. Don't worry, even though he's passed on, your agreement still stands. Lin Ling was wary, unsure of what he was implying. Sir, does this mean you'll release my brother? The headmaster's expression grew dark and sinister. Of course, that crime of defying a noble with a single word from me, all his troubles will disappear. He laid out his condition for the trade. However, you must fulfill your pact with my son and marry him. Ren Yu was aghast. His words were insane, but Wang Kai is already dead. Lin Ling just clenched her fists, staring daggers at the man. The headmaster broke into a delighted smile, happy for his son as he pictured the ghost marriage. Of course I know that, but it's a lonely journey to the afterlife. That's why you will marry him in a ghost marriage. Ren Yu couldn't take it anymore and exploded. How can a living person marry a corpse? Lin Ling's expression turned grim as she hesitated, then asked, You'll really release my brother? He imagined her lying obediently in a coffin, his son's bride. Of course. As long as you obediently marry my son in the burial ceremony so he won't be lonely, I will release your brother. His expression turned deadly serious, forcing Lin Ling to make an impossible choice. If you refuse, then your father and brother will be buried alongside my son instead. So, what's it going to be? Answer me. Worried, Ren Yu frantically grabbed Lin Ling's shoulders. He's insane. That man is completely insane. Lin Ling, you can't agree to this. You absolutely can't. But heartbroken, Lin Ling burst into tears, gritting her teeth as she accepted the headmaster's offer. I agree to the ghost marriage with your son. In a darkened room at the Wang family estate, Wang Yan knelt before his father, still clad in his armor. Father, all of my little brother's potential enemies, and the commoner families whose daughters he toyed with, I will eliminate every last one of them. He then asked, but what about the Lin family? Since Lin Ling has agreed to the ghost marriage, should we let them live? The headmaster sat back, already breaking his promise. Even though he said he'd spare her family, the so-called suspects still had to die. Here's the plan. First, we'll deal with the brother in prison. Then after the ghost marriage is over, we'll send her father to join him. Wang Yan smirked wickedly. I'll arrange it so her brother has an unfortunate accident in prison today. Blackwater Prison suddenly initiated a massacre night. It's a free-for-all slaughter, where as long as you stay inside, there are no rules. All the prisoners were gathered in one spot. A bald inmate laughed as he barked out orders. You all know the target. We're gonna make it look like he died in a good old-fashioned prison riot. They all roared in agreement. The massive, intimidating mob of prisoners surged forward. Let's go, time to squash that little ant. Lin Yuan sat calmly reading a book, his expression unchanged, while his frantic cellmate warned him. I heard that the scumbags in Black Prison were hired to come after you. The man quickly showed him the way out. The cell doors are automatically unlocked. Now you need to run. Lin Yuan just sat there casually, asking back. Why should I run? The other prisoner explained just how dangerous it was. Once these psychos make a move, they don't leave anyone alive. You're still young, it's not worth trading your life for a bit of pride. Go, now. But he just kept reading his book without a hint of fear. If they have what it takes to get into this room, they can have my life for all I care. The gang of vicious prisoners was already approaching Lin Yuan's cell. They carried sharp weapons ready to kill him. Hurry, all the guards are gone, there's no one to stop us now. Kill him. The other prisoner's face was dripping with sweat as he glanced back in terror. They're here. The previously noisy crowd suddenly fell silent. Heh, why did it suddenly get so quiet? Lin Yuan finally closed his book. Well then let's go take a look. The other guy peeked outside, and his face went pale with fright. Seeing all the men frozen like statues. What happened? It was the work of that female demon who, in a flash, effortlessly, diced the men into a dozen pieces. It was a horrifying scene with blood everywhere. The blade execution formation. Infinite iron-cutting hell. The man couldn't believe his eyes and turned to Lin Yuan in terror. Was what I just saw, the hell of Asura. Kid you. Who the hell are you? Lin Yuan put his hands in his pockets and spoke with a grim face. I'm just a guy in an apocalyptic world. If you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you. But if you do, I'll eradicate you completely. In the warden's office, the Wang family's steward asked curiously, Sir, that Lin Yuan fellow, is he going to be okay? The vile warden Tianqi laughed with sadistic glee. That weakling Lin Yuan, he's about to be played to death by my top dogs. The steward was thrilled, rubbing his hands together and grinning from ear to ear. Excellent. After things get messy, I'll take him back for the ghost marriage. The beautiful Bai Lin suddenly sensed something dangerous approaching. There's something coming from outside. Hearing this, the steward grew fearful. Don't tell me. The red-eyed killer broke in. Tianqi calmly took a drag from his cigarette feet propped on the desk. Relax. Not even a tank could break through this door. Steward Wang, don't you worry. Just as he said that, a giant fist smashed right through the door. All three people in the room jumped in terror. The reinforced door was blasted open, and Lin Yuan walked in with a giant, bone-faced beast. You, the steward, though pale with fear, still managed to point an accusing finger at Lin Yuan. A bone-faced beast. You're the one controlling this monster, I have to report. Before he could finish, the beast slammed him into the wall. It crushed him to death, sending blood splattering everywhere. Bai Lin watched not with fear, but with a hint of fascination. A controlled B-rank, bone-faced beast. Why aren't there any records of this ever happening? Seeing the steward's gruesome demise, Tianqi stood up in fear and tried to threaten him. This is Blackwater Prison. If you kill me, you'll never get out of here alive. We have the strongest prison guard unit. You're all alone. They'll tear you to shreds in the end. Lin Yuan casually glanced outside. You mean them? The entire squad of prison guards stormed into the room, aiming their guns in unison at Tianqi. You guys, he stumbled backward, trembling. Don't do this. I trained you all myself. The female demon had already taken control of the guards. Lin Yuan smiled with satisfaction. Too bad, they're my spider puppets now. Seeing no way out, Tianqi shamelessly dropped to his knees, clasping his hands and bowing his head, begging for his life. Spare me, I was wrong. I was just forced into this by the Wang patriarch. Please let me live. Lin Yuan pretended to ponder for a moment, then smirked. Let me think about it. All right. Hand over your warden's authority chip. Tianqi quickly took out the chip in fear, but you can't use this. As soon as Lin Yuan took the chip, he snapped his fingers, giving the guards an order. That's not something you need to worry about. See ya. Tianqi panicked. Big bro, you said. Hundreds of bullets instantly riddled his body in a brutal, painful storm. Lin Yuan stood with his hands in his pockets, watching the man die horribly on the floor. I told you to hand over the chip. I never said I'd spare your life. I'll sort out the warden's authority myself. Lin Yuan smiled and turned to hand the chip to Bai Lin. Greetings, new warden. She took the chip, completely stunned. I don't have to die. Lin Yuan gave a slight smile and offered her a strange spider egg. According to Article 563 of Fortress Law 54, during a state of emergency, a deputy warden who receives the warden's authority can be automatically promoted to warden, even without a formal position. Of course, you have to eat this spider egg first. Only then can you become one of my people. Bai Lin took the egg and without hesitation put it in her mouth. I'll eat it. I'm satisfied. Good. As long as you obey, I can let you keep your own consciousness. Bai Lin immediately knelt in reverence. This subordinate will obey without question, and this prison is now your domain, master. Master's control over this prison must be part of a bigger plan. She was thrilled and ready for her orders. Then what is this subordinate's first mission? Lin Yuan thought of that ferocious beast and gave his command. You're smart and you want to prove your worth to me. Very well, I'll give you that chance. 3 days ago, a metal-type beast that invaded the fortress was never fully eliminated. The military is looking for a place to contain it. Go submit an application for Blackwater Prison to take it in. Bai Lin nodded seriously, trusting him completely. Normally Blackwater Prison couldn't handle an S-rank metal beast. But I understand the master's intentions. I'll submit the application at once. No matter what it takes, I will help master acquire that S-rank beast. Satisfied, Lin Yuan turned to leave. Good. Now arrange for my release immediately. Inform me the moment that S-rank monster arrives at Blackwater. Understood. Bai Lin hesitated, suggesting with concern. But master, if you leave Blackwater alive, I'm afraid the royal family's forces and that Tier 9 Esper will come after me immediately. It would be much safer if you were to hide within the prison, master. Lin Yuan turned back with a faint smile. Hiding is useless. Besides, I prefer to make the first move. At the Thunderclap Esper Training Center, Lin Yuan, wearing a hoodie, had a cold, thoughtful look in his eyes. The moment he walked in, people started whispering, "Huh, that kid just got out of prison and came straight to the dojo. Doesn't he know his sister is in a ghost wedding today? Instead of going home, he's here hiding like a coward." The men sneered contemptuously. He probably wants the dojo master's help, but why would he offend the nobles for some ordinary member? Maybe he's here looking for senior sister Ning. She was always nice to him. But senior sister Ning left the city a few days ago for the northern abyss. Lin Yuan's silhouette looked lonely. With his hands in his pockets, he walked deeper inside, ignoring their words. He's a pitiful guy. The royal family is all-powerful. Who would dare help him? He's always been a weak loner. Now nobody wants anything to do with him. Wei Hang suddenly turned and greeted him. "Senior, you're here." Wei Hang reported respectfully. "All intel and travel routes for the ghost wedding guests have been collected. But the 3 cyberbugs we used for network surveillance are about to fail." Lin Yuan took out 3 cards. "Then, let's get you some new ones." Hundreds of cyberbugs flew out, leaving Wei Hang completely stunned. "Holy crap, there are so many." Lin Yuan explained coolly. "Blackwater Prison's beast den is full of these. I just grabbed a few on my way out." Still in awe, Wei Hang stared at a cyberbug in his hand. The previous 3 bugs had already infiltrated the prison's surveillance system and the royal family's private network. With this many, we could probably control more than half the city. After hearing the report, Lin Yuan turned to leave. He instructed Wei Hang, "I've received the synced data. Continue monitoring the royals and everyone involved in the wedding. Stay in touch." Wei Hang warned him anxiously, "Boss, you absolutely have to be careful. For this ghost wedding, all 4 teammates of the Wang family's eldest son, Wang Yan, have arrived. They're all top-tier, young level 9 espers." Wei Hang was deeply concerned for Lin Yuan. "Since your bone-face beast is still missing, they've set up an anti-monster barrier at the wedding venue. You need to." Lin Yuan already understood, leaving calmly. "Don't worry, I have a plan. We're the only 2 members of the anti-Wang Kai alliance. We have to survive." Wei Hang had once been nearly caught while tailing that bastard Wang Kai. Luckily, Lin Yuan was there to protect him. 3 months ago, I was staking out Wang Kai and almost got caught. I was lucky you saved me. From that day on, I swore to follow you to the death and fight against the Wang family." Lin Yuan reflected, explaining why he'd saved him. "I saved you back then because we shared a common goal. I just never thought a pervert who secretly took pictures of pretty girls on campus would be this kind of guy. Someone who'd get thrown into the abyss over the girl he was snapping photos of, and now only wants revenge for her. Get justice. I'll make sure you get it." A badass-looking car sped down the road. The driver asked the councilman curiously, "Sir, are you really going to witness a ghost wedding? Can a living person really marry the dead?" The councilman held his wine glass, smirking with contempt. "For a commoner to marry a deceased noble, it is the greatest honor she could ever receive. She's just a commoner. On what grounds should I witness her marriage? In a way, she brought this on herself." The driver smirked. "I hear the last step of a ghost marriage is to kill the bride right." He pulled out a small dagger, staring at it with glee, anticipating the moment he'd kill Lam Lang himself. "That's right. I'll personally slit her throat and send her to the underworld to serve the second prince for eternity." The driver got a bit nervous. "The bone-faced beast that killed the second prince is still on the loose. Isn't it dangerous for us to be here?" The councilman was arrogant and overly confident. "Relax. This armored car can even take a hit from a tank. Even if that bone-faced beast finds us, it can't scratch this car. The second he said that, a bone-faced beast blocked their path. The driver freaked out. The bone-faced beast, it's really here. The beast latched onto the car, denting the hood. It let out a terrifying roar. The councilman tried to stay calm. Stay calm. Our armored tires will only lose 50% of their defense value, even at full power. The driver tried to shake it off. But to his horror, it wasn't just one, but 3 bone-faced beasts surrounding them. He lost it completely, his face pale with fear. Our intel said there was only one bone-faced beast. From a nearby cliff, Lam Vien coldly ordered the attack. All 3 beasts raised their fists and relentlessly smashed the car. Hydraulic armor defense value 100%. Defense value 70%. Defense value down to 1%. The car finally gave out, exploding into a million pieces. Defense value dropped by 200%. A bone-faced beast cackled, holding the councilman. Barely conscious, he saw someone approaching, not realizing it was Lam Vien. Save me, I'll give you a huge reward. Lam Vien's face darkened as he drew the small dagger with a chilling glare. This was for the bride's throat, wasn't it? The councilman's eyes went wide with terror. Spare me. Lam Vien decisively slit his throat, avenging Lam Lang. The pathetic councilman lay dead on the ground. Lam Vien took out a card. Shadow, you're up. The terrifying centipede-like shadow beast appeared. It crept toward the corpse to perform its shadow snatch, forcibly ripping the councilman's soul from his body. Shadow disguised Lam Vien as the councilman. The 2-hour time limit on the skill would be more than enough. The ghost marriage. I'm on my way. At the Narcissus Noble Cemetery, guests gossiped. I heard the ghost bride is gorgeous. So what? She's just a sacrificial offering. In this fort, commoners are just playthings for the nobility. Someone worried aloud, but the person who killed the second prince still hasn't been caught. Don't worry, his friend said. The prince hired the strongest young level 9 ability users and set an inescapable trap. If the culprit shows up, they're not leaving alive. Just then, something huge was thrown down near the entrance, making them jump in shock. It was Thunderbolt and Abyss Squad, number 9, hovering in the sky. They were the ones who had thrown the monster head. The head of a D-rank Ming Duong beast. He glanced down coldly. Consider it a wedding gift. The guests buzzed with excitement. It's Thunderbolt. They say he's about to become an awakened one, and even he's here. Someone else whispered that after arranging the marriage, the prince gave the bride's father control over the commoner district. He made him slaughter countless citizens, only agreeing to the marriage once the man became a bloodthirsty killer. Vuong Viem smiled brightly. It's great that you're here. Now I can rest easy about the ceremony's security. Thunderbolt shot a warning. Look at the barrier, master. If a single monster appears inside this cemetery, I will kill you. And holding the barrier device promised, don't worry, boss. No monster below S rank can even move inside my barrier. The observer licked his lips. I'll handle surveillance for the cemetery. I can instantly detect anything that gets near the barrier. Ha, got one. He rushed off excitedly. I'm going to catch it. Anne seemed confident. That freak Du is a master of mental tracking. He'll find the monster's controller in no time. That mysterious enemy is totally screwed. At that moment, an electronic bug was zapped on a utility pole. Du arrived and picked it up. Time to catch a big fish. He immediately used his mental tracking ability. He found Vi Hong, the one controlling the bugs. Seeing Vi Hong's panic, Du smirked. Such a weak energy signature. First I'll see what's in your head, then I'll make you cough up your master. In that instant, Du's entire world turned dark and purple. Weird. He froze in shock. Why did the world suddenly go dark? His face was starting to disintegrate. It finally hit Du in a panic. He'd been poisoned. No, this was spiritual pollution. Impossible. That psychic was obviously weak, so how could there be a backlash? Losing all control, he slammed face first into the ground. Observer, neutralized. Meanwhile, Wang Yan stood beside the dangerous monster, no longer looking terrified like before. A D-rank monster, the Soul Howler. Just as expected, his senior had calculated everything perfectly. The observer walked right into his trap. With him eliminated, his senior's disguise wouldn't be discovered. The councilman's car arrived. Wang Yan respectfully went to greet him. The shady councilman held a cigarette, complaining irritably. What the hell is this? How the Wang family treats its guests. Your father doesn't come out and instead sends a little punk like you. Wang Yan bowed his head. My deepest apologies. My father is busy with wedding preparations. I hope the honorable speaker can forgive us. This way, please. The other guests started whispering. The councilman is here, and man, he looks pissed. Councilman Hong, he ordered, take me to the bride immediately. Did the Wang family offend him somehow? In the hall near the cemetery, Lei Dian noticed something was off. Du still hadn't returned. Why isn't the observer back yet? He hasn't sent any updates. Did something happen to him? He crossed his arms and commanded, "You go find him, and be quick about it." "Understood. I'll be back in a flash." The councilman shouted for Han. "Hey you, the one giving off the cold vibe, get over here." Han paused, surprised. "Honorable councilman, are you calling me?" The councilman snapped angrily. "Enough talk, get your ass over here, I have something to say to you." With a dark look, the councilman stopped Han from leaving to find Du. "You want to leave. If you go, who's going to guarantee my safety? You rank 9 bastards are the strongest fighting force here. Without my permission, no one is allowed to leave." Han anxiously placed a hand on his chest. "With all due respect, sir, this is about my comrade's safety. I need to go and confirm." Yin the barrier master also spoke up with a smile. "Honorable councilman, while your position is indeed prestigious, we're afraid you lack the authority to interfere with the operations of Abyss Squad 9. Hearing this, the councilman got even more furious. "No authority. If you were Awakeners, I couldn't do a damn thing to you. But you're not." He threatened them, making Yin and Han turn pale. "So here's what I'm going to do. 1. I'm freezing Abyss Squad 9's Abyss travel permits for 3 months. 2. All fortress funding for you, including explorer stipends, will be suspended. Oh, and your families. They'll be evicted from the government-protected shelters and thrown into the slums." The other guests crowded around, whispering about the tyrannical councilman. What's going on here? Is the councilman really using his power to suppress 5 rank 9 ability users? Councilman Hong is just like the legends say, abusing public office for personal gain. He'll dare to do anything, that psycho. Lei Dian stepped forward, giving the councilman a cold glare. "If the honorable councilman has put it that way, then we understand. We will remain here to protect your life." The onlookers started whispering again, criticizing the councilman. Lei Dian is about to ascend and become an awakener. Councilman Hong is really pushing his luck. So short-sighted, making a powerful enemy just to feel safe for a moment. This only made the councilman angrier. He gritted his teeth and cursed, "Son of a bitch, who the hell cares about the future? Right now my safety is the only thing that matters. You Wang family brat, take me to see the bride." The principal sternly adjusted himself in the mirror, warning Lin Ling, "The officiant will be here soon. You better understand your place and behave." Lin Ling, now in a beautiful flowing wedding dress, sat on a chair. "As long as you keep your promise and release my brother, there won't be a problem. But if you break that promise, I'll haunt you as a ghost and I will never forgive you." He smirked, turning back with an amused smile. "My word is my bond. After the wedding I'll have your brother released from prison." But in his mind he was already plotting to go back on his word. Asterisk. The old butler is probably releasing your brother from prison as we speak. Asterisk. Just then, the councilman arrived, shoving the door open rudely. "Little lady, you don't need to worry your head about it. Principal Wang will definitely release your brother." The councilman shot the principal a sharp, meaningful glare. "If he dares to break his promise, he'll die without a grave to be buried in. Isn't that right, Principal Wang?" The principal, looking guilty, wrung his hands. "Yes, that's right." Lin Ling remained wary, worried for her brother. She pleaded, "Sir, are you the councilman here to officiate? After I leave, can I ask you to oversee my brother's safe release from prison?" The councilman gave her a gentle, reassuring smile. "Of course. As this wedding's officiant, I promise you, if anything happens to your brother, I absolutely will not let it slide. If the Wang family doesn't release your son, I'll send every last one of them to hell." "Headmaster Wang, may I confirm this?" The headmaster froze, his face pale. "Of course you may. This counselor's acting is just too damn good." Lin Ling looked down sadly, worried sick about Lin Yuan. "I don't care what the price is, as long as my brother is safe." Lin Yuan, still in his disguise, comforted her. "No, you won't pay any price. You're going to be fine. That settles it." Headmaster Wang ordered a nearby maid. "Ahem, you there. Take the honorable counselor to the VIP restroom to prepare. The ghost wedding begins in 5 minutes. Understood." And Qi respectfully gestured. "Please follow me, sir." Knowing it was Lin Yuan, she couldn't help but look back and warn him. "Lin Yuan, you have to get out of here. I know you want to save your sister, but you're only a level 6 ability user. If you just waltz in here like this, you're guaranteed to die." Lin Yuan was a little surprised. "Oh, you saw through my disguise. And you can even sense my power level, so you're one of those rare psychics, huh?" And Qi glanced away. "Yes, but I'm only level 3. Back to the point, this place is a death trap. It's not somewhere you should be." And Qi filled him in on the security detail. "You have no idea how much firepower that headmaster has brought in. Besides the 5 level 9 ability users, you can see Headmaster Wang also recruited elite graduates from previous years. He's formed a squad of 100 level 9 users, all lying in ambush in this very cemetery." Worried for him, she pleaded, "You're too weak. If you get involved, you won't even qualify as cannon fodder." Lin Yuan stroked his chin, amused. Quite the reception, huh? But what I'm more curious about is why a student like you is here, and Qi. And Qi's gaze softened, remembering the bone-faced beast that had saved her life. The bone-faced beast killed Wang Kai and saved me. So now, the Wang family has set an inescapable trap waiting for it to show up. I can't just stand by and watch it get hurt. Lin Yuan wanted to know her plan. So what are you going to do? And Qi was determined to protect her savior. You don't need to worry about that. When it gets close, I can use my psychic ability to warn it to stay away. And when the time comes, I'll sacrifice myself to create an escape route for it. Hearing her plan, Lin Yuan facepalmed. You're willing to sacrifice yourself for a single bone-faced monster? Yes. And Qi flared up in anger. It's not just some monster, it was the light that saved me from the abyss. It is my one true faith. A pathetic level 6 like you has no right to insult my savior. And Qi shoved Lin Yuan, trying to make him leave. Go, now is your only chance to escape. I'll find a way to create a diversion for you. Don't throw your life away for nothing. I'm afraid it's too late for that. Inside the hall, the MC began the ceremony. Let's give a thunderous welcome to the honorable counselor. Let the ghost wedding begin. With his hands in his pockets, Lin Yuan confidently started walking toward the stage. The first step is to introduce the bride correct. Suddenly, Han appeared with a wicked grin, his hands ready to strike. Everyone, please wait a moment. It seems our 9 Abysses squad has discovered a cockroach that snuck into the ceremony. We just need to take out the trash first. The guests erupted into chaos. What's going on? With security this tight, how could anyone possibly sneak in? Thinking he'd been found out, Lin Yuan's face darkened as he braced himself. But Han suddenly pointed at Qi, shocking her. After a thorough inspection, this woman is the cockroach who faked her identity to get in. Standing beside Lin Yuan, Qi spoke to him with her psychic powers. Lin Yuan, I'm a dead woman either way. I'm going to unleash one final psychic interference attack. I'll count to 3, and you use that chance to escape. 1, 2. Without a shred of fear, she focused her power. Psychic blast. But Lin Yuan didn't run. He instantly appeared before Han, running him through with a single strike as blood sprayed everywhere. And Qi was stunned. Her attack faltered as she stammered, why didn't you run? Lei Dian whirled around his fists, crackling with rage and lightning. You are not the counselor. A damn imposter, using a disguise ability. You faked your way in. Wang Yan's face grew dark with fury. What is the meaning of this? Lin Yuan ripped the blade out of Han's body, his voice chilling. My decision is simple. Nobody here is leaving alive. Lei Dian sneered with contempt. What's with the mysterious act? You're only level 6 and this bitch's spiritual power is completely drained. You have nowhere to run. Get on your knees and confess your crimes. Now. Lin Yuan pulled out a deck of his beast cards. The game has only just begun. He then flung all the cards forward. Let the games begin. Lei Dian stood still, hands in his pockets with a protective barrier in front of him. A control-type Esper with such a scattered attack. That clown is just jumping around. That barrier was Yin's doing. He sneered contemptuously. To think Han died at the hands of someone like this. What a joke. I could just die laughing. A card flew out, slicing off several fingers and grazing Yin's cheek, leaving him frozen in shock. Wang Yan shouted a warning. That card can boomerang back from behind. Watch out. The card did indeed return, cutting Yin in half before flying back to Lin Yuan's hand. After that display, Lei Dian and Wang Yan finally became wary of him. The speed of that card was supersonic, and Qi standing beside them was also completely stunned, unable to believe her eyes. How did your psychic energy spike to peak level 9 in a single instant? And Qi stared in shock at the dangerous man standing there. Even though you can't summon monsters inside the barrier, their cards can still be equipped. Equipping a rare spirit-type monster card, she remembered the terrifying power of that female demon. It's my psychic manipulation ability. I went from level 6 to peak level 9 in a flash. Abyssal Silver Talisman Spirit Power, plus 100. Lei Dian was furious now, lightning crackling violently around him as he clenched his fists. The body of a control type is weaker than paper. Even if you reached level 9, a single attack from me could turn you to dust. I'll grant you a privilege. Before you die, you'll get to feel the true wrath of the Thunder God. And Qi stood behind Lin Yuan, apologetically. I'm sorry, I don't have enough energy to interfere and help you escape. The electricity he unleashed was horrifyingly powerful, striking all the poor guests in the hall. And Qi collapsed, managing one last warning to Lin Yuan: run. Lei Dian floated in the air, his eyes glowing with rage and a terrifying amount of power. Lightning magnetic field. Lin Yuan just stood there calmly, an amused smirk on his face. So this is the legendary Thunder Pressure Fist. Lei Dian raised his hand. That's right, and this pathetic ant-like form of yours. He gritted his teeth in fury and shot towards Lin Yuan. Now, face divine punishment. A massive dark shape appeared, but he just charged forward, still enraged. Just use more lightning, he thought. It must be a psychic illusion. Before my ultimate thunder pressure fist, everything will shatter. He slammed his fist into the bone-faced beast. Only then did Lei Dian realize what was in front of him, and he froze in utter shock. It wasn't even scratched. Why is an Awakener-level monster doing here? Lin Yuan explained grimly. You idiot. I killed the barrier mage. The barrier was dispelled naturally. Lei Dian trembled, terrified and tiny in the grasp of the bone-faced beast. What do you want? Let me go. Lin Yuan grinned viciously and gave the order. Crush him. The bone-faced beast obeyed, slamming him down hard. Blood splattered everywhere. The blood even reached Wang Yan, leaving him stunned. He pointed a trembling finger. You're the one who killed my brother. By now Lin Yuan had picked up the unconscious En Qi and was turning to leave. What the hell are you trying to do? He turned back with a serious expression and told Wang Yan, I came to conduct a ghost wedding, and now the ceremony officially begins. I'm sending your entire family down below to be reunited. Principal Wang stood on the upper floor, his face dark with hatred, watching Lin Yuan in silence. I've been waiting for you. You finally came. Lin Yuan smiled faintly at him, here to avenge your son. The man seethed with hatred, declaring through gritted teeth, my son died unjustly at your hands. If I don't get revenge, I'm not worthy of being his father. Today I will make you answer to the Wang family. Lin Yuan's face turned grim as he angrily confronted him. Oh, and what about the lives your son took, forcing a living person into a ghost marriage to be buried alive? Is that the justice you're talking about? Hearing this, the man felt no remorse and instead laughed like a maniac. In this fort, the lives of those commoners are as insignificant as ants. Who's held responsible for accidentally stepping on an ant while walking? Having a daughter from the Lin family buried with my son was a blessing I bestowed upon them. He smugly ordered Wang Yan. Since you're here, don't even think about leaving. Yan eliminate him. Begin. Hearing his father's command, Wang Yan roared an order for the soldiers to surround Lin Yuan. The elite annihilation squad of Glory Academy's student council surround and kill him. He must not be allowed to escape. Receiving their orders, the squad began to excitedly leap into the hall. The hunt is on. The hall is surrounded. There's nowhere for him to run. Unafraid, Lin Yuan calmly stood with his hands in his pockets, watching them with satisfaction. Very good. I wasn't planning on letting a single one of you leave here alive either. The real ghost wedding is me sending all of you to the underworld. He summoned 2 demonic beasts, the Heibai Wuchang, grand rank beasts awaiting evolution. Wang Yan was stunned, his eyes wide with shock. What the hell are those things? The 2 demons blew some kind of pipe at the soldiers. Impermanent soul call. An intense purple light erupted from the main hall, spreading far outside. The advancing strike team was suddenly stopped. A bunch of them were already dead, blood pouring from their eye sockets. A female warrior shouted in panic. They're soul-locking monsters. They attack with sonic waves. Running into them in the abyss means a total party wipe. Everyone get close to me. I can block their sound waves within 10 meters. Inside, Wang Yan grits his teeth, furiously, ordering the strike team. Everyone rally around the 4 student council presidents. They're all half-step awakeners, so we'll advance from there. Captain Lin creates a protective field around himself. Anyone who gets too close gets killed. Captain Zhu will protect a 20-meter radius. I don't waste my time protecting weaklings. Captain Musei will cover a 30-meter radius. And Captain Mo will cover a whopping 500 meters. Godfather, I swear I will personally take care of this nuisance for you. With that, they all rallied together. Mo gives the order soul-locking monsters excel at sonic attacks, but their physical defense is trash. I've already pinpointed their weak spot. Follow me, we take them out first. Under his protection, the others smirk with newfound confidence. Roger that. As the group charges deeper, something like snow begins to fall. Why is it snowing all of a sudden? One of them recognizes it. It's Joss paper. This really sets the mood for a ghost wedding. And he's the first one to get hit. His face and limbs turn purple as he coughs up blood. Ugh, it's poison. One by one, the entire group starts spewing blood, limbs flying everywhere in a gruesome spectacle. Lin shouts in horror. It's the Yin corpse mother vine. All this Joss paper, they're its spores. Lin Yuan stands proudly atop the colossal Yin corpse mother vine, looking down on the panicking, pathetic mob. Yin corpse mother vine. A ghost wedding calls for a mass burial. Mo analyzes with a grim face. This Yin corpse mother vine should only be E rank, but if its roots find a grave, it can feed on corpses to evolve at an insane speed. Right now, it's probably already evolved to C rank. The vine's tendrils were already writhing, digging through the graves below. This graveyard holds not just nobles, but powerful warriors too. If we let that vine reach its final evolution, none of us are making it out alive. But Mo just smirks, enjoying the challenge as he leaps forward. Too bad for it, because it ran into me. So none of that is going to happen. Anyone who's not strong enough, find cover and stay out of the fight. The other 3 presidents with me, full speed ahead. We just need to slice its main root before it evolves again. Let's move. The other 3 captains acknowledge the order, charging with him towards Lin Yuan and his pet, Roger. But as they get closer, the falling joss paper becomes a blinding blizzard. We can't get through. Mo scoffs. Pathetic. On my command, form the array. We'll punch right through it. Back in the main hall, Wang Yan is worried. He's using the vine's spores to stop our entire joint force of 100 men. Can the 4 presidents really beat him on their own? Relax, Principal Wang replies smugly. We have Wang Mo. He's a genius. I personally scouted from the slums. The Wang family has poured endless resources into him. He is the future guardian of our fortress city. In the abyss, he's maintained a 100% win rate against pre-awakened monsters, using any ruthless means necessary to secure victory. As the formation activates, the other 3 presidents are drained of their power, while Mo's level temporarily skyrockets to that of a true awakener. He smirks. The reason my win rate is 100% is because I simulate every possible outcome for the next 10 minutes, and I'm willing to sacrifice anything for victory. Wang Yan is stunned. He's temporarily an awakener. But he absorbed the other 3 presidents to do it. Principal Wang just laughs. That slum genius will do whatever it takes to achieve his goals. The day his own adopted brother objected to me becoming his godfather, Mo burned him alive in his own house. Mo creates a spatial barrier, declaring, "My spatial ability has sealed this area. Not even a beast annihilation bone can break it. Your corpse vine still needs 3 more minutes to finish its final evolution." But in that instant, an attack pierces right through the barrier, blasting a huge hole in Mo's chest. He spits blood, drenched in a cold sweat. The spatial lock, it shattered. How? The Yin corpse vine should have needed 3 more minutes. Lin Yuan just smirks. You moron. That's because I used this a 10% monster evolution acceleration card. And just like that, Mo collapses dead on the spot. Principal Wang roars in fury. My Mo, this animal killed my son and now he's taken my adopted son too. Lin Yuan mocks him. Deep down, this adopted son was even more important than your real one, wasn't he? The genius, you poured everything into the one who was supposed to make you the fortress president, is now gone. You were so desperate for revenge that you played your ace. And with it, the entire future of the Wang family has gone up in smoke. Principal Wang screams, his face contorted in rage. Who the hell are you? What did the Wang family do to deserve you, destroying us with such ruthless tactics? Just then, the effect of Lin Yuan's disguise skill wears off, revealing his true face. He gives a slight smile. Oops, looks like the skill timed out. Principal Wang is frozen in disbelief. Lin Yuan, you're Lin Yuan, no. So the prison confirmed your death, huh? Lin Yuan smirked. The death notice you got? Yeah, I wrote that myself. Oh, and I almost forgot, I haven't given you your wedding gift yet. Seeing the head wrapped tightly by the corpse vine headmaster, Wang's face went pale. Butler, you killed my brother too. Wang Yan charged forward, screaming, don't you dare underestimate the Wang family, I'll take you down with me. But a spatial barrier blocked his path. Lin Yuan sneered. That adopted son you worked so hard to raise, he's now one of the 7 guardians of my Yin corpse mother vine. Space abilities really are the king of all powers. So damn useful. Now, let your dear adopted son send your entire family to the afterlife. Headmaster Wang desperately tried to threaten him with Lin Ling, but Lin Yuan couldn't care less. He gave the order, and the Yin corpse mother vine made Mo unleash spatial shatter, instantly sending the Wang father-son duo to the next life. Afterward, Lin Yuan carried Enqi and Lin Ling away. You idiot. The moment I killed the sealer, I swapped my sister out with a shadow clone. Sis, let's go home. He left before the fortress's doomsday messengers could arrive. The next day, crowds of believers were protesting, chanting over and over. With fanatical fervor, they cried, the end is nigh. Only by worshipping the beasts as our faith can we survive. Joining us is saving yourselves and preserving the last spark of humanity. The cemetery incident sent shockwaves through all of Lin City. The event was seen as a clear omen that the monsters are rising. Lin City can't protect us. Worshipping the beasts is our only way out. Amid the fervent crowd, Lin Yuan blended in, watching everything with a chilling gaze. A young girl emerged from the cultists, a stack of flyers in hand, eagerly passing them out. Of all the beasts, I recommend the number one, the bone-faced beast. It's a miracle left behind by the gods. It saved my life. It's a divine messenger here, to bring salvation to mankind. It's the most perfect being, and I worship it as my lord. Lin Yuan took a flyer, a bead of sweat on his forehead. This is so cringe, he muttered. But An Chi, with pure excitement, kept on pitching. You know you should really join us. You were one of the people saved during the cemetery incident too. Without my master, a tier 6 evolved like you would have been dead ages ago. So logically, you should worship him with us. Lin Yuan raised an eyebrow, feigning interest. And how do you worship? An Chi blushed, replying with fiery passion. I must dedicate everything to my master. My soul, my body, everything belongs to him, for him to command as he pleases. Only then can I truly show my devotion. Hearing that, Lin Yuan froze. He cleared his throat and turned to leave. With a slightly awkward tone, he said, Yeah, you should probably keep some of that for yourself. Ahem, I've got places to be. But An Chi wouldn't give up, shouting after him. Don't go, I swear I'll make the name of the bone-faced beast famous in our organization and then spread it to the entire world. He will become the one true god of this world. Meanwhile, Lin Yuan didn't bother finding a new hideout. Standing on a high rooftop, he gazed down at the city, silently taking it all in, feeling a strange premonition that the world was sliding into a bizarre, unpredictable new era. Suddenly, a figure teleported in right behind him. The figure reported respectfully, Master, I've returned from the Ministry of Justice. Lin Yuan glanced over his shoulder, his voice calm. Did anyone find out that the youngest Vice Minister of Justice is now one of my undead? The man bowed his head, replying cautiously. Absolutely not. I was extremely careful and left no trace. Following your orders, Master, I used my authority to erase any tracks you might have left from the cemetery battle. Also, I've investigated Huang Long. He's inherited the entire Wang family fortune. He's the strongest fire evolved in the fortress with countless followers. Wang Yan was one of his disciples in name. And Huang Long himself, he used to be one of my personal guards. Lin Yuan just smirked unfazed. He commented coldly, so he swallowed up the entire Wang family fortune, then pretends to be the righteous hero, seeking revenge for them. No wonder he wants to meet me. Fine, I'll play along. Wang Mo looked up, his voice filled with concern. Master, you must be careful. This Huang Long is incredibly powerful. I advise you to avoid a direct confrontation with him. Lin Yuan just smiled, a confident glint in his eye. Don't worry, I have my own plans, he ordered decisively. Go back to the ministry and continue your undercover work. Remember, you are just one of my servant cards. Wang Mo bowed his head low, whispering with absolute loyalty, I am already dead. This life was granted by you, Master. You can reclaim it at any time. I will be your most loyal dog. Lin Yuan waved him off, not wanting to drag it out. Go. Await my next command. Wang Mo replied simply, Yes, Master. He teleported and vanished in an instant. Lin Yuan stood alone, gazing into the distance with a knowing sigh. I know your ambition is to control this fortress. But you're now one of the 7 servant cards bound to my Yin Corpse Mother Vine. So I'll just have to fulfill that ambition for you. With his mind made up, he muttered, Time to meet Huang Long. Soon after, at the Fire Dragon Guild Hall, the moment Lin Yuan stepped inside, a commanding voice boomed from above. You speak for the Lin family. Lin Yuan shot back, Yeah. Huang Long held up a set of funeral clothes, his voice dripping with arrogance. As you know, I'm their master, and I've inherited the Wang family's affairs, the Wang family's grudge. As their master, I have to be the one to settle it. With that, he tossed the funeral clothes at Lin Yuan's feet. His eyes narrowed as he declared, Your sister was meant to complete a spirit marriage with the Wang family's second son, but the entire Wang family was wiped out during that ordeal. The killer is still unknown, but logically, the 3 of you must compensate them with your lives. Lin Yuan glanced at the clothes, his voice low. These are for a funeral. Huang Long nodded, his aura crushing. Exactly. You have 3 days. After that, the 3 of you will wear these paper outfits and take your own lives by charcoal burning. Then, this matter is closed. Lin Yuan looked up, his eyes blazing with defiance. And what if I say, no, Huang Long, sneered, his smile full of menace. In this fortress, no one dares refuse an awakener. If you do, you'll pay a price far worse than death. Hearing this, Lin Yuan didn't even flinch. He calmly raised his hand, showing off the shining number 17 bracelet on his wrist. He smirked. So you awakeners are that great, huh? Well, let me tell you something. I'm an awakener too. I've qualified for the awakening exam and I'm already on the official list. If you touch me before then, you'll be challenging the authority of the exam itself. Even an awakener like you will be executed by the fortress's secret emissaries. The men in the room were stunned, whispering in shock. He's a future awakener. Wasn't he just some regular student? Is our intel wrong? Huang Long's lips twisted into a smug grin. He praised him with pure sarcasm. Using the awakening exam, the one thing this fortress treasures, to shield yourself. You're a clever brat. But you're on my turf now. I'll just kill you and pin it on some random scapegoat. Problem solved. Lin Yuan scoffed, his tone dripping with mockery. For a simple-minded guy like you should really ask yourself why I dared to show up here all alone. That remark was like throwing gasoline on a fire. Huang Long's aura exploded with killing intent. He roared, "You're standing in front of a true awakener. All your little schemes are pointless." But Lin Yuan was still calm. "Like I said, you can't kill me." Instantly, a frigid aura swept through the fiery room, flash freezing half of it solid. The men inside panicked. What the hell is going on? The air temperature plummeted, freezing them all into two stiff rows. A flicker of shock crossed Huang Long's eyes. This is a piercing frost effect. So, you found yourself a powerful ice-type awakener for backup. Just as he spoke, a girl descended from above. She yelled, "Junior brother, you want me to waste this old geezer?" The newcomer was none other than Ning Quan. Huang Long eyed the girl fearlessly and scoffed. An ice-type might counter fire, but don't forget, I'm the strongest fire-type there is. Even if I have to burn my own lifeblood, I'll incinerate you. Lin Yuan just calmly kept his hands in his pockets. He replied confidently, "You and I will have our showdown sooner or later. But I don't need my senior sister to fight this battle for me. I told you can't kill me now. If you force it with her here protecting me, you won't just fail to kill me. You'll also be executed by the secret emissaries for disrupting the exam. Let's settle this after the awakening exam is over." Not wanting to back down, Huang Long growled, "You're that confident? You really think you can pass the awakening exam?" Lin Yuan didn't bother arguing. He just turned to leave. As he walked away, he said, "Pass or fail. Once the exam's protection is gone, you can try your luck anytime. Senior sister, let's go." Ning Quan followed, leaving behind a chilling warning. "The absolute freeze will wear off in 30 seconds. But if you touch my junior brother before the exam, even if I can't kill you, I'll slaughter every last one of your disciples." As they walked, Ning Quan's voice was cold. "Lin Yuan, I have to return to the Northern Abyss soon. I accepted your invitation and bailed you out this time. But ultimately you have to face these things on your own. Your path to power can't have any interruptions." Lin Yuan replied, coolly, "Understood, senior sister. You see me as a rare talent, and you protected me out of loyalty. But in the end, I know I have to rely on myself. I get it. But you just got back from the abyss. Why are you leaving again so soon?" She remained as stoic as ever. She explained, "During my last trip to the Northern Abyss, the outside world has gotten far more dangerous. The latest intel says that fortress number 26 has fallen. Our home isn't safe anymore. Junior brother, you have to get stronger and fast." Lin Yuan heard the warning and gave a confident grin. "No problem." Ning Quan gave a sharp nod. "Then get ready. Leaving." "All right, I'm off then." But just then, Lin Yuan stopped her. "Wait a second." He gently picked a fallen leaf from her hair, smiling. "Okay." Ning Quan's cheeks flushed slightly, her voice soft but firm. "Don't get so close to me so suddenly next time, or I might draw my sword on instinct. I'm going now." She added one last thing, "Take care of yourself." With that, she vanished right before Lin Yuan's eyes. He stood in thoughtful silence, making a vow. "You didn't say it, but I know you came back because I called for help, taking special leave from the abyssal front lines to return. Don't worry, I won't just get stronger, I'll become strong enough to protect you." Just then, a car sped over and stopped beside him. Bai Lin stepped out and reported respectfully, "Master, as per your instructions, everything is ready." Lin Yuan glanced at her, tapping his head with a satisfied smile. "As expected, I knew I picked the right person. A task that troublesome and difficult. And you handled it in just a few days." Bai Lin bowed humbly. "Easing your burdens is my duty, master. There were some complications, but after I locked the target's wife and kids in the black prison, he signed the contract." Lin Yuan praised her again. "Ruthless methods, decisive action. No one is more suited to be the warden than you." After her report, Bai Lin gestured invitingly. "The event is about to begin. Master, please return to the black prison to oversee everything." Lin Yuan calmly walked over and nodded. "Let's go." A short while later, at a secret underground auction house, a young man walked in, grumbling, "What are you doing here too?" He sighed. "After getting the tip from the dark web, I had to drop 300,000 just for an entry pass." The girl next to him smiled back. "I didn't have to pay, but my dad had to pull some strings just to get me a pass. I don't know what got into Black Prison this time, but they've squeezed a ton of good stuff out of a bunch of death row inmates. They must have made a killing on the tickets alone. Another guy chimed in. This new director is a total business genius of the underworld. Marry her and you'd be set for the next 10 years. But as soon as he said it, someone else shot him down. Forget it. She may look delicate, but she carries herself like a queen. She's completely out of our league. Meanwhile, in the VIP room, Bai Lin knelt and presented a catalog. This is the list for today's auction. Please have a look, master. Lin Yuan scanned it, observing, besides the treasures prepared by Black Prison, you also pulled in confiscated goods from other major crime syndicates. Not bad. Bai Lin respectfully added, as for the item you specified, master, I've already lured the owner here using this auction catalog. Lin Yuan rubbed his chin satisfied. You've done an excellent job. Our main goal this time is to raise funds for an S-rank metal-type Covenant beast for Black Prison. But if we can also snag that treasure I've always wanted, it'll be perfect. Bai Lin hesitated before suggesting that item is expected to have a lot of bidders. I can't guarantee you'll win it 100%. How about I just eliminate everyone from the Shadow Syndicate, the item's current owners, and we just take it? Lin Yuan calmly shook his head. No need to make a big scene, it'll attract too much attention. Besides, I prefer fair competition. Let me join this little auction game as just another regular bidder. Soon after, Bai Lin walked onto the stage, her presence commanding. Welcome, esteemed guests, to the Black Prison auction. This is a place beyond law and order, a feast of treasures from the deepest darkness. Whatever you desire, Black Prison has it. Suddenly, a hefty man pointed at her. Hey, did you guys notice? The warden goddess's knees are all red. In my experience, before he could finish, a guy next to him, furious, his goddess was being insulted, snapped. Are you out of your damn mind? She's a total queen. There's no way she'd be kneeling for anyone. She probably just bumped them on something. The girl in front, annoyed by their chatter, shushed them. Shut up, the first item is here. An attendant wheeled the item onto the stage. Bai Lin smiled. Our first mystery item has arrived. I'll now hand it over to our presenter. The attendant pulled back the curtain, revealing a tightly bound old man. The crowd below began to murmur. The first item is an old guy. How boring. Who'd be interested in some old geezer? Is this all Black Prison's got? But the presenter remained calm, continuing with a mysterious tone. Allow me to introduce a death row inmate who was subject to electroshock torture just this morning, Dr. Mack. The crowd instantly erupted. Many shot to their feet in shock. You mean the cannibalistic demon behind those 18 serial murders? That's disgusting. Why the hell are they auctioning him off? But immediately another determined voice cut in, because he has never failed a single surgery. In this apocalyptic world, no one is ever truly safe. A top-tier surgeon like him is worth a fortune. My father needs an operation. I bid 2 million. Another person yelled, I need him. For the spinal surgery, I'll bid 3 million. Seeing the chaotic bidding, the auctioneer bowed. My apologies, everyone. The starting price for Dr. Demon is 50 million. His words hit like a ton of bricks, silencing the hall. A moment later, gasps echoed out. That's insane, starting at 50 million. But the real tycoons didn't even blink. Huo, the head of the Huo family, kicked things off. My son suffered a brain injury in the abyss. I must have Dr. Demon. I'll bid 50 million. But Xu Bing, CEO of the Shengxi Pharmaceutical Group, wasn't backing down. She shouted, our Shengxi pharmacy needs a top-tier surgeon for our operations. 55 million bids flew across the room. 56 million. It's a steal at this price. I'm in for 58 million. 60 million. Huo D's face darkened as he growled. 80 million. Dr. Demon belongs to my Huo family. Please everyone pity a father's love for his son. Back down now. But Xu Bing shot back without missing a beat. You want to save your son, but I need to save hundreds of thousands of lives. 85 million. Huo De slammed his fist on the floor and shot up, pointing at the crowd. 170 million. Anyone who dares get in the way of my son's survival. I'll use this cash to arrange their funeral. The crowd broke into nervous sweats. This old geezer is crazy, but Black Prison really hit the jackpot. A prisoner who cost them nothing, and now they're making nearly 200 million. No one else dared to make a bid. The auctioneer gleefully announced, congratulations to Old Master Huo for winning item number 001, Dr. Demon. One last reminder, Dr. Demon's mental state is extremely unstable. Please proceed with caution. With that, the auctioneer moved on. Item number 002, the heart of a recently executed ICE ability user with perfect compatibility for any body. After the transplant, the recipient will gain a level 3 ICE ability. Item number 003, a female prisoner with a hypnosis ability, term of use 3 years, specialized for solving the insomnia of the rich. Item number 004, a private hotel owned by an A-rank death row inmate. It has a high-end club and a fortress-level defense system, an ideal shelter for the apocalypse. Each of these items will start at 1 million. Ladies and gentlemen, please go wild. The crowd immediately went into a frenzy. 10 million for the private hotel. I'll take the whole lot for 30 million. In the VIP room, Lin Yuan calmly remarked, "Not bad. I've almost got the 300 million deposit for the S-rank metal-type guardian beast. Your eye for items and business strategy are truly a godsend for me." Bai Lin blushed slightly, lowering her head. "Thank you for the compliment, Master. If this gift pleases you, Master, you can undo my restraints at any time." As soon as Bai Lin spoke, the spider demoness hanging from the ceiling flared up, releasing a murderous aura that made Bai Lin freeze. Looking up, she forced a smile and cooed, "Little spider. Don't be jealous. We both belong to the Master. You can't have him all to yourself." Lin Yuan, ignoring their bickering, gave a cold order. "That's enough. Back to business." Bai Lin immediately snapped back to her professional self. The first item, just as you predicted, Master, went to the Huo family. As the main backer of the Fire Dragon Dojo, their funding for the dojo is about to be drastically cut. More importantly, by forcibly taking Dr. Demon, the Huo family didn't just make enemies here, but Dr. Demon himself will become a ticking time bomb that pushes the Huo family right into the trap you've so cleverly laid, Master. Lin Yuan leaned back casually, his voice full of confidence. The moment the Huo family chose to support the Fire Dragon Dojo, their fate was sealed. Which number is the item that can evolve the Abyssal Guardian Beast? Outside, the auctioneer continued, his voice buzzing with excitement. Next up is one of our main event items, the Blood Arhat statue from the Shadow Sect. This statue was crafted by the last of the three great sculptors. Beyond its artistic value, its greatest power is providing cultivation energy in a 300-meter radius. This is a treasure that even some dojos don't own. It's an absolute dream item for any major family or dojo. The starting bid is 50 million. And a special note, it can also help certain monsters evolve. The moment he said that, Zhao Yuan, the 9th disciple of the Thunder Dojo and a famous awakened, rubbed his chin. Very nice. This Blood Arhat is the perfect engagement gift for senior sister Ning Quan. The Ning family can't possibly refuse now. The people nearby overheard and began to whisper among themselves, breaking into a cold sweat. Zhao Yuan already won all three items from number 2 to number 4. The Zhao family really is one of the wealthiest major families. I heard the Zhao and Ning families had an arranged marriage, but Ning Quan refused. If he gives them the Blood Arhat, the Ning family will probably force her to agree. Zhao Yuan, being tended to by a group of beauties, sneered to himself. Senior sister Ning is such an idiot, starting a fight with the Fire Dragon Dojo over a weak gold digger like Lin Yuan. Good thing I have some connections with Fire Dragon. All I have to do is hand Lin Yuan over, and they'll take care of him for me. This will all blow over. First, I'll get this Blood Arhat, and then we'll deal with the marriage. The beautiful women around him cheered and flattered him. Senior brother, Zhao Yuan, I've been waiting for you. Welcome to my game. From the VIP room, Lin Yuan emerged. He looked down at the auction floor, a cold smile on his face. He remembered what happened 6 months ago at the Western Abyss Plaza. The trial disciples of the Thunder Dao Temple had gathered there, muttering in discontent. We've been kneeling for half a day. Where is senior brother Zhu? Is he messing with us on purpose? He's a genius from a big family, arrogant as hell, a total psycho who lords over weaklings like us. He gets his kicks from torturing people. Another disciple quickly shushed him. Shh, he's here, shut up, or you'll get your tongue cut out. Just as he said that, Zhao Yuan landed gracefully, speaking in a lazy tone. Sorry, I overslept. Those junior sisters were just way too enthusiastic yesterday. Hearing this, the disciples gritted their teeth, thinking, enthusiastic. He would have killed them if they dared to resist. One person muttered, this psycho is so strong, he could probably beat up the heavens. I wonder when karma will finally catch up to him. Zhao Yuan, ignoring the disciples' sour faces, began to lecture them. Don't get pissed at me just because you had to kneel for a while. To poor ability, users like you, an awakener from a noble family like me, is basically a god. If you dare feel dissatisfied, you'll only receive divine punishment. You're just cannon fodder for the Abyss trial. You will never have the right to be angry. Remember this, a god is never wrong. And one final warning. Senior sister Ning will be at this Abyss trial too, but she's mine. You worthless trash better stay far away from her. Don't even think about getting any ideas. If anyone dares, this will be your fate. The moment he finished speaking, he unleashed a terrifying attack that shot past the kneeling disciples. A few were hit, their bodies instantly torn apart. Blood stained the ground. The others turned pale, trembling, not daring to look up. Zhao Yuan acted as if he'd just swatted a few flies. He coldly declared, "In this world, no one can compete with me for anything, let alone you losers who will never amount to anything." Back at the black prison auction floor, Zhao Yuan still wore his smug expression, shouting with his head held high. "Whatever I want, no one can take from me. The blood are hot. I bid 60 million. A few people loudly protested. "We need that blood arhat for the top-tier nursing home for ability users. 65 million. The director of the Blood Sun Museum, Liang Jin, wasn't backing down either, coldly placing his bid. "My private collection needs it. 70 million. Zhao Yuan lost his patience and roared, 100 million. The sudden price jump left the entire hall speechless. The crowd whispered that the third item had already passed the 100 million mark. The Zhao family is seriously loaded, just steamrolling everyone. Xu Bing's face darkened as she firmly placed her bid. "The blood are hot, is our corporation's target. 110 million. Liang Jin, with an air of arrogance, raised the price again. 120 million. "I want this collector's item." Zhao Yuan sneered, and without a second's hesitation, said, 200 million. Liang Jin furiously shouted back, "Your private museum is just a training den for assassins. You're really pissing me off. I'll wipe you off the map tomorrow." Xu Bing also chimed in. "I already checked. Your budget is only 190 million. How are you going to compete with me?" Both of them were stunned by Zhao Yuan's taunt, not daring to say another word. Zhao Yuan grew even more smug, proudly declaring, "I told you, what I want, no one can take from me." The rest of the crowd was helpless, sighing in defeat. Young Master Zhao is too decisive. It's a done deal. Sigh. I guess no one can stand up to this arrogant psycho. But suddenly Bai Lin pointed at the screen and shouted, "Sorry, it's not over yet. Our esteemed guest in the VIP room has placed a bid." The entire hall looked up to see the screen display, 210 million. Zhao Yuan frowned immediately, raising the price to 220 million, but the screen instantly changed to 221 million. He got angry, hissing, "Are you messing with me on purpose? You're only raising it by 1 million. He turned to the organizers demanding, "What's the meaning of this? Aren't you guys gonna do something about it?" Bai Lin remained calm, explaining clearly, "Each bid must increase by a minimum of 1 million. This is within the auction's rules. Please continue." Zhao Yuan gritted his teeth and screamed, 250 million. From the VIP room, Lin Yuan responded without missing a beat, 251 million. The bidding war went on. 260 million, 261 million, 270 million, 271 million, 300 million, 301 million. The audience started to turn pale, whispering, "Holy crap, this price is insane." Zhao Yuan was about to go nuts, growling, "I don't know who you are, but in this fortress, my Zhao family has some influence. This auction item is related to a marriage proposal between the Zhao and Ning families. It's the key for me to marry senior sister Ning. Can you do me a favor and stop bidding?" The screen instantly displayed a line of ice-cold text. "Who the hell are you to ask me for a favor?" Finally, a single massive word appeared. Scram! Zhao Yuan couldn't hold it in any longer. He shot to his feet, his aura exploding as he roared, "Very good, you know the consequences of pissing off an awakener." But before he could act tough, he was surrounded by a squad of guards. Radiation guns were aimed straight at him. Bai Lin's face darkened as he threatened coldly, "This is the Black Prison, and the Black Prison has its own rules. Even awakeners who break the rules will be put down by radiation guns. Young Master Zhao, one more outburst, and you're disqualified from bidding." Zhao Yuan had no choice but to swallow his pride and bid 500 million. In the VIP room, Lin Yuan stroked his chin, muttering with a smirk, "Perfect senior brother, Zhao Yuan, the trap is set." Outside, the crowd broke into a cold sweat, hearing the price whispering, 500 million. 500 million was no small sum even for the Zhao family. Liang Jin muttered in disbelief. 500 million is the absolute limit for that rich brat, but now no one can outbid him. Zhao Yuan's ego swelled as he held his head high. "Try to compete with me. You people aren't even worthy of sitting at my table." But Lin Yuan, completely unfazed, raised the bid to 800 million. The entire auction house instantly exploded. 800 million? What the hell is going on? Is this blood arhat really worth that much? This VIP guest is even crazier than the Zhao family. Lin Yuan then added fuel to the fire with one simple line, "Get the hell down from that table." Humiliated in public, Zhao Yuan couldn't take it and roared, "You bastard." Before he could do anything, a blonde young man beside him spoke up, his voice dripping with cunning. "Young Master Zhao, if you're in a bit of a financial bind, perhaps I could be of assistance. My name is Wei Hang, and I'm the exclusive financial agent for this auction. I also happen to manage the loan operations for the top 10 underworld organizations. As long as you have suitable collateral, you can borrow any amount you need. Zhao Yuan's eyes narrowed with suspicion as he snapped, "Who the hell are you? A damn loan shark thinks he can bait me." Wei Heng flashed a sly smile, his voice smooth and persuasive. "My lord, you misunderstand me. I simply wish to assist you. While earning a small commission for myself, of course. According to my intel, you manage all of the Zhao family's abyssal mining operations. However, your personal liquid assets are only around 600 million. Word on the street is the Zhao family is desperate for a marriage alliance with the Ning family, and this blood arhat is the key to making it happen. Just agree to use the 2 mines under your name as collateral, and we'll instantly provide you with a loan of up to 10 billion. On stage, the auctioneer Bai Lin's voice rang out, 800 million going twice. Any higher bids? Meanwhile, Wei Heng kept up the pressure. Just sign right here, my lord. The money will be wired to your account instantly. From the luxurious VIP room, Lin Yuan's voice boomed out, feigning rage and cursing. Get lost, you pathetic mutt. I'll take the blood arhat and propose to the Ning family myself. Those words hit Zhao Yuan like a hurricane. A hot rage surged through him, completely overwhelming his reason. He gritted his teeth, his hand trembling as he signed the paper, and then roared in fury. I'm going to kill you. Wei Heng remained terrifyingly calm, expertly fanning the flames of Zhao Yuan's rage. According to my intelligence, the guest in that VIP room has a spending limit of around 1.2 billion. If you boldly bid 1.2 billion right now, he'll be completely caught off guard. Zhao Yuan hesitated for a split second, muttering to himself, do I really have to go that far? But then, ignited by ambition, he roared with determination. 1.2 billion. The crowd was absolutely stunned, exclaiming in disbelief, he's insane, the whole world's gone mad. The bid of 1.2 billion sent the entire auction hall into a volcanic eruption. But Lin Yuan just smirked contemptuously and calmly raised the bid to 1.3 billion. The hall was rocked once again. Zhao Yuan was floored, his jaw hanging wide open. Wei Heng, ever the professional, smoothly brought over another contract, his voice slick with deceit. Ahem, this is the new contract. We'll loan you another 10 billion. However, you'll need to put your remaining 6 mines up as collateral. Zhao Yuan's rage exploded like an untamed inferno as he screamed in frustration. Didn't you say he couldn't go higher than 1.2 billion? Wei Heng put on a show of regret, explaining slowly, my sincerest apologies. We seem to have overlooked a secret fund he was holding. Once this collateral is processed, you can confidently bid 2 billion. And if you don't win the bid, both this contract and the previous one will be instantly voided. Nearly losing his mind, Zhao Yuan signed the paper with a trembling hand and roared triumphantly, 2 billion. The moment he said it, the lights in the VIP room went dark. The crowd below erupted, roaring like a tidal wave. This is insane. I can't believe the Zhao family would spend so much just for a marriage alliance. With his victory secured, Zhao Yuan's excitement returned in full force, and he held his head high with pride. I told you all, whatever I set my sights on, no one is ever allowed to compete with me for it. No one. With a radiant smile, Bai Lin announced loudly, congratulations to young Master Zhao for winning the blood arhat. With eyes as dark as the deepest night, he gathered the documents and gave a careful warning. Congratulations, sir. However, I must remind you to make your interest payments on time and ensure nothing happens to the collateral. The moment you breach this contract, you'll be challenging the entire underworld of this fortress, and behind them are countless ties to the nobility. Zhao Yuan, fuming with rage, spun around and yelled, breach the contract. I am a god. How could a god possibly breach a contract? Once I successfully propose and win the Ning clan's support, I'll become the true god of this fortress. Just you wait and see. A moment later, in a private VIP room, Bai Lin knelt, his respectful voice ringing out clearly. The remnant statue of the blood arhat. Since it's a remnant, its size can be adjusted. Before the auction, the spider evolution material you requested was secretly removed, ensuring the spider's evolution would proceed flawlessly. The formation array carved on the blood arhat was secretly altered by a disciple from Tuhong. When Zhao Yuan presents the blood arhat to the Ning clan, the cultivators inside will suffer from cultivation deviation. The marriage alliance between the Ning and Zhao clans is guaranteed to fall apart completely. Unaware of the scheme awaiting him, Zhao Yuan gleefully left with the blood arhat, laughing triumphantly. Ning clan, here I come. Wei Heng stepped forward, bowing his head and reporting in a low voice. As per your orders, boss, we manipulated him into signing every contract. All the mines are now mortgaged to the major underworld organizations. Soon word will spread that those mines have been contaminated by swarms of corrosive shadow monsters, rendering them worthless. At that point, the criminal organizations that provided the capital will join forces to pressure them, forcing the Zhao clan to bear a massive debt and plunging them into a catastrophic, inescapable spiral. After Wei Hong finished his report, Bai Lin looked up, his sharp eyes filled with a mix of curiosity and admiration as he asked, "Master, you've calculated everything perfectly. What's our next move?" Lin Yuan smirked, slowly turning around. His voice was as calm as still water. "The seeds have been sown. Now we just have to patiently wait for the flowers to bloom. Our real enemy is the fire dragon. That Zhao Yuan guy is nothing more than a small appetizer." He stressed that the most important task right now is the Awakener's trial, which is in 3 days. Before the day of the big trial, Lin Yuan returned to his familiar home. He had just woken up, his eyes still blurry when his father burst through the door. An irritated voice rang out, "You good-for-nothing kid, what time is it? How are you still sleeping in? You both came from the same mother. So how is your sister so outstanding, while you're this lazy?" Still, half asleep, Lin Yuan slowly got out of bed and lethargically said, "Good morning." Just then, a cheerful voice called out from the kitchen, "Dad burned breakfast again. I'm heading downstairs to buy some food. By the way, my pharmacist certificate is ready. I have to go to the Pharmacist Association. See you later, bye-bye." And with that, Lin Ling rushed out like a gust of wind. In a flash, his old man appeared again, his tone as dramatic as if he were recounting a tragedy. "Both my children from the same mother. Your sister is about to become a pharmacist. An amazing person with a salary of over 10,000 yuan. And you, in the near future, you'll definitely be a useless freeloader. I've seen it all." Feeling helpless against the nagging Lin Yuan didn't know how to respond and just walked out, replying nonchalantly, "All right, you can clean up then, old man. I'm going downstairs to get breakfast." Surprisingly, his father pulled out his wallet and called after him, his voice both strict and caring, "Wait, here's 200 yuan, take it and spend it. Even though you're a useless kid, you risked your life during that monster tomb incident to get your sister back safely. I guess you have some guts, a bit like your old man back in the day. But you're too weak. From now on, if you run into danger, you better run far away, you hear me?" Lin Yuan casually took the money, waving the 2 bills, as he gave a half-hearted reply. Yeah, I know. The breakfast place downstairs is about to close. Bye." He had just stepped out the door and started running, but he could still hear his dad yelling from behind, "Remember, if there's danger, run far away, as far as you can. These times are too chaotic. A simple-minded kid like you has to bolt the second things look bad." Lin Yuan sighed to himself, thinking, having an overly worried dad is a real headache. A little later, he was standing in front of his usual eatery. The owner greeted him with a warm, sunny smile. "Little Yuan. Here for breakfast again." The usual Lin Yuan nodded with a friendly smile to confirm. "Yep, the usual. Hot, steamed buns, crispy, fried dough sticks, and some fragrant soy milk," was quickly placed in front of him. The owner even added kindly, "Here, take this kiddo. Eat it fast, don't get robbed on your way. These are dangerous times. An honest kid like you has to be more careful." The auntie from the next stall chimed in cheerfully, her voice full of warmth and teasing. "I've watched this boy grow up since he was just a tyke. Little Yuan is definitely the best behaved kid on the block. A bit clumsy, sure, but incredibly reliable. I'd totally marry my 40-year-old daughter off to him. Hurry up and grow up so you can get married, little Yuan. I'll leave my daughter in your care then." The other neighbors joined in, laughing heartily. "You all love picking on the honest ones. Little Yuan, after school, remember to swing by and help me at the shop, okay? Those other 2 kids got bullied by that gang since they were small, and now they're good for nothing. We all have to pull our weight around here." Lin Yuan got a bit embarrassed, scratching his head with a sheepish smile. "Uncle's big sisters, I have to run back to school. I'll be back later to help out." Hearing this, the shop owner let out a soft sigh, a mix of pity and regret. Such a good kid. But in this day and age, people like him are at the bottom of the food chain. Before he could finish, several cars screeched to a halt in front of the neighborhood, their brakes making a deafening sound. A group of vicious thugs stepped out, growling menacingly. "Listen up, neighbors. Our boss Vin Kwang just got back from the black prison and he wants to make a grand reintroduction." The lively crowd instantly fell silent, their faces pale as they whispered to each other in terror. "Boss Xiao is back. We're so screwed. The only way to deal with this greedy bastard is to pay him off." The boss stepped forward and began his usual protection racket speech with a smug tone. "Business seems to be booming for you all, but these are chaotic times, and keeping the peace is getting tougher. Starting this month, the neighborhood protection fee will triple." The shop owner's face turned ashen as he stepped forward to plead desperately. "Boss Xiao, we're just running small businesses here. The economy is tough. We can barely afford the current fee." The others quickly chimed in. Their voices were desperate. "Boss Xiao, if the fee triples, I'll have to close my shop. Please give us a break. We really can't handle this." Seeing the noisy protest, the boss frowned, his voice turning cold and threatening. In this apocalyptic world, I'm giving you a chance to survive. Who's giving me one? I don't care if you go out of business. Today, you're paying the protection fee for the entire year. If you don't, my boys will smash your shops, beat you all to a pulp, throw you out, and then burn it all to the ground. As soon as he finished, his lackeys all cracked, their knuckles roaring aggressively. The neighbors, pale with fear, backed away, begging, "Please, sirs, have mercy on us." Just at that tense moment, Lin Yuan hurried back, calling out, "I left in such a rush, I just realized I forgot to pay." But the moment the boss saw him, his face changed drastically, as if he'd seen a ghost. The horrified neighbors yelled out in worry, "Little Yuan, this has nothing to do with you, get out of here quick. He's just an honest kid, he's not involved, please don't give him trouble." But a blonde-haired thug targeted him, snarling, "Well, look what we have here, another fat sheep. Hey kid, cough up your protection fee too." Before he could finish, the boss smacked him hard across the head, roaring furiously, "Damn it, you got a death wish." The entire gang of thugs immediately dropped to their knees before Lin Yuan, not daring to look up. He just stood there, completely baffled about what was going on. The boss, trembling like a leaf, stammered, "I'm so sorry. I just got out of the black prison. I didn't know this was your territory, sir. I have disrespected you." Witnessing this, the neighbors' jaws dropped, and they all gasped in utter disbelief. This honest kid is a secret gang lord. This is his territory. Lin Yuan's head was spinning as he cried internally. "It's over. It's all over. My cover is blown. How am I ever going to face my neighbors now?"